Hey y'all, it's Chimdi. So this video is inspired by a recent Q&A call that I had with somebody who was interested in talking to me ostensibly about starting a YouTube channel. And what I found is that they really just wanted me to hear them, and that's huge. I'm realizing I'm actually a remote year ambassador too, and I recently had a call with somebody who decided to actually leave the program, and as I was talking to them I realized like people just need to be heard. Like the whole situation could have been maybe not avoided but at least ameliorated if people had just been heard, you know? And so I'm realizing what a gift and what a skill and what a talent it is to be able to be present enough in your body to hear people. But it's a separate tangent. But what came up for me while I was doing this Q&A call, as I was hearing this person speak and they were talking about their dreams, it was evident, it was apparent to me that this was an incredibly talented person. I think part of my skill set is being able to spot people's talents and really see their gifts and really see what's possible for them. I'm a projector, that's my human design. Shout out to Helen Lim, by the way, who coaches people around human design. But yeah, it's one of my talents to be able to talk to someone and really see. But it was beyond just my personal sort of like innate ability to recognize talent. She was just very obviously talented and powerful, incredible speaker, very inspirational, very motivational, and just the way she communicated. It was very obvious to me that if she wanted to start this YouTube channel, or she wanted to start it, if she actually did start the YouTube channel, it would be very successful because it came naturally to her, this talent. And something she said that really resonated and like sort of stuck out to me, and I was like, I feel like I need to make a video about this, is that the people in her life, some were like, oh yeah, girl, you should start this channel. And that's often the case when it comes to like people who are doing creative things or want to be doing creative things, is that they will have heard already people say, hey, you really should launch this fashion line, you really should consider being on TV, you really should do this or that. Like people are always kind of trying to tell you what you already know and you ignore it to some extent. So while she had that, she also had the folks who did not see it and who were keeping her in this much smaller lens of what she was capable of and what was possible for her. And it made me wonder, to what extent do people have in their circle folks who see their greatness? I remember talking to someone, this was years and years ago. I wouldn't say I had my YouTube channel by that point, but I remember they asked me, they were like, what are you trying to do, girl? Like, what is your dream? What is your goal? And I was like, to be the next Oprah. And they were like, that's a big goal, you know? And what I love about the people in my circle now is that I say things like that and they're like, oh yeah, I see it for you. Like one of my dreams, you know, y'all know I love me some Thomas Hubel. I checked Thomas Hubel's YouTube channel. He got around 21,000 subscribers. And I told him this to his face, to be clear. When I met him in person in North Carolina, I was like, listen, Tom, what's up? My name is Chimdi. You're welcome. You'd be glad that I'm here. I didn't say all that, but that was my energy. And I was like, just so you know, I am actively trying to beat your subscriber count. And he was like, good for you, girl. He was like, I'm happy for you. Do your thing. Believe it or not, Thomas Hubel was not especially pressed about having more YouTube subscribers than me. But that's the energy, you know, and everyone I talk to, they're very much like, yeah, you could easily, like I had my former partner, you know, the relationship obviously ended, but I got a lot from that relationship. I'm gonna make a separate video about it too, actually, because I truly got a lot from that relationship. And one of the things I got was he was like, yeah, you could easily be the next Thomas Hubel and bigger and better. Like, it was just apparent and obvious. And so I have attracted and surround myself with people who recognize and see and affirm that I can be anything I want to be and more. And when I get insecure, when I get worried, when I get concerned about whether or not I can actually live into my vision, they're like, no, girl, yes, you can. You know, si se puede. Yes, we can, girl. And it made me think, like, as I have myself gotten more confident in what I can do and in showing up for you all, that has attracted people who see the light and they're like, yes, girl, and they affirm it. And one thing that I'm realizing more for myself, and so it's been interesting seeing to what extent other people realize and see it, is just how much our life mirrors back to us what we think we deserve, what we expect for ourselves. And it's really interesting because there's a level of personal responsibility that's necessary if you do believe that the world around you is here for you, here to give you gifts, here to inform you, and here to show you like, this is what you are thinking about. These are your belief systems. This is what you think is possible. I'm just showing you, God is just showing you exactly where you think you're at. But what's actually possible for you, of course, is so much greater than that. And what I found when I talk to folks who are in the creative space, who come to me for creative coaching, who come and do these Q&A calls, is that they're at different points of understanding that literally they can do whatever they want. And if they're focused, if they have support, if they have clarity, they are going to get to their goals. It's not a matter of if, it really is a matter of when. And it's a matter of sort of figuring out for themselves what is the most aligned how, you know? And so if you find yourself in circles where people are not affirming your greatness, I would invite you to consider what part of you does not see your own greatness. Like, what part of you still secretly thinks, yeah, you couldn't do it. Yeah, if you started that YouTube channel, nobody would watch it. Yeah, if you launched this new business venture, nobody would buy it. Yeah, no one's gonna follow you on social media if you start posting more. Of course they're gonna call you cringe and make fun of you. Like, what part of you has actually subconsciously been repeating these stories to yourself? And so when you hear it come out of someone else's mouth, it's just them saying your exact same thoughts right back at you. And what I find is so helpful about the coaching space that I create is that I have no interest and I have no patience for the self-talk, for negative self-talk, for any self-talk that isn't affirming. I hear it and I'm like, and I shut it down immediately. And so if you find yourself connected to me, it's because you're starting to more and more understand your greatness and you want to have someone who's mirroring it back at you. And I actually had a recent call with a colleague who kind of casually said, yeah, I don't really have any power in this organization. And I was just like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. Stop right there. First off, you working there with your face next to this company's name is itself powerful. It's powerful for everyone who sees that. And then do not underestimate you being in the organization and the conversations you have and the way you show up and the way you embody your own light. Do not underestimate how much power you have. There's that statement about like, we're not afraid of that we're weak or whatever. We're afraid of that we're actually powerful beyond measure. And in my experience, that's the case. Like, I sometimes am like, I get overwhelmed thinking about just how powerful I am and can be, just how incredible I am at building community, at having relationships, at getting to know people, just how incredibly attractive I am. The way I talk to myself in the mirror, y'all, like, I think mirror work is its own separate form of like emotional healing work and the way like breath work is. I haven't extensively studied it, so I don't have any like, I ain't got nothing to quote y'all. But what I will say is that the way, if you can hear what I say to myself in the mirror, I'll be like, damn, Chibi, you look so fucking good. I'll be trying to have conversations with myself in the mirror and I'll be like, girl, I can't even keep going. You are so attractive. Like, I can't even focus with that smile and your eyes and the light just beaming off of you, your incredible skin. You want me to focus on having a conversation with you? When you looking this good, girl, come on. I'm only human. This is me talking to myself. That is the kind of self-love I give to myself. And then I show up and people mirror that back at me. And it's an endless cycle of love. And I love it. And I want that for you. And you deserve that. You deserve that, okay? So I just wanted to come on here and tell y'all that and just affirm your greatness for you in case you haven't heard it lately. Remind you that anyone who says otherwise is not here for you, and they're only saying it because they themselves have their own pain and their own trauma that keeps them from loving themselves, so they can't love you. And we give those people compassion, but when we can, we leave them. We release them from our lives, because we don't need people who see anything but the best for us in our life. So just wanted to just give that to y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to see more. Shout out to the Patreon people. Y'all remain the best, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.